हाँ जी, तो बच्चों आज हम बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक +1 का फिजिक्स में वेक्टर स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं। तो वेक्टर को कभी भी लाइटली मत लेना। वाई? बिकॉज दिस चैप्टर वेक्टर इज गोइंग टू यूज इन होल ऑफ द +1 क्लास एंड इवन होल ऑफ द +2 क्लास। अगर वेक्टर के आपके कंसेप्ट क्लियर नहीं हुए ना, तो आगे जाके फर्दर जो कमिंग चैप्टर्स हैं उसमें आपको बहुत प्रॉब्लम आने वाली है। सो वेक्टर्स को बहुत अच्छी तरह करना है। ओके, तो इन लोअर क्लासेस समवट आइडिया हो गया होगा कि व्हाट आर वेक्टर्स एंड व्हाट आर स्केल। सो ओके, तो कुछ क्वांटिटीज वेक्टर होती हैं और कुछ क्वांटिटी स्केलर होती हैं। तो सबसे पहले वही डिफरेंस देख लें कि स्केलर क्वांटिटीज कौन सी होती हैं और वेक्टर क्वांटिटीज क्यों होती है और उसे क्यों वेक्टर कहा जाता है। तो वेक्टर क्वांटिटीज वो होती हैं बच्चों जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड एज वेल एज डायरेक्शन होती है। सो दोज फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज विच इज हैविंग मैग्नीट्यूड एज वेल एज डायरेक्शन। Few examples I have given, which you have already seen in lower classes like 9th classes, that velocity is vector quantity, acceleration, force and momentum, all these are vector quantities. Now what is scalar quantity? These are the examples of the scalar quantities. अब बच्चों मैंने लिख दिया, आपने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया, this should not happen. Let me now make you clear what is the difference between vector and scalar quantities. तो एक कहानी सुनाता हूं बच्चों में आपको। There was one person, एक पर्सन होता है one man and he is talking with another man. Second, गेट के पास एक नीम का पेड़ है, उस नीम के पेड़ के 2 मीटर दूर उसने कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट ज्वेलरी छुपा रखी है। तो ये वो एक पर्सन दूसरे पर्सन को बता रहा था, अपना फैमिली मेंबर ही होगा। तो वहां एक खिड़की में थीफ था, चोर उनकी बातें सुन रहा था। थीफ जा पहुंचा वहां नीम के पास। इस नॉलेज के अकॉर्डिंग तो उसे 2 मीटर ऑल अराउंड द ट्री he have to dug a pit. So it means this information was less, okay, because direction was not included. So 2 meter from the knee, it can be all around, but if he says कि 2 meter toward the east मैंने वो ज्वेलरी छुपा रखी है, तो 2 मीटर के साथ उसने क्या ऐड कर दिया? डायरेक्शन। तो ये वेक्टर क्वांटिटी बन गया। ओके, सो पहले जो डायरेक्शन नहीं थी दैट वाज स्केलर, इट वाज ओनली डिस्टेंस। सो डिस्टेंस 2 मीटर, डिस्टेंस 2 मीटर, डिस्टेंस 2 मीटर, बट बाद में उसने डायरेक्शन ऐड कर दिया तो वो वेक्टर क्वांटिटी बन गई। तो 2 मीटर इन द ईस्ट डायरेक्शन, इफ दिस इज ईस्ट वेस्ट एंड दैट साइड इज नॉर्थ एंड दिस इज साइड इज साउथ, सो जहां 2 मीटर नीम के पेड़ से टूवर्ड द ईस्ट वो ज्वेलरी छुपा रखी है। सो वेक्टर क्वांटिटीज हैव अ डायरेक्शन आल्सो। दूसरी एग्जांपल बच्चों सुनते हैं। सपोज any person moves from A, he covered 3 meter to reach at point B, then he traveled 4 meter to reach at point C. Okay, second situation, again he has started from point A, moved 3 meter to reach at point B, then further 4 meter to reach at point C. Okay, third case, he has started from point A, moved 3 meter and returned back 4 meter. Okay, let's calculate what will be the distance in all these 3 cases and what would be the displacement in all these 3 cases. So पहले केस में डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल क्या होगा? So डिस्टेंस पिछले चैप्टर में मोशन इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन आप देख चुके हो कि डिस्टेंस इज व्हाट, इट इज अ actual path covered by the object, whereas displacement is it is a shortest path covered between initial point and final point. What would be the shortest path covered? So distance traveled is 3 plus 4, 7 meters. So distance traveled will be 7 meters. In this case 3 plus 4, 7. In last case 3 plus 4, 7. Now let's calculate displacement. Now here displacement would be this AC. So how you will find this AC? We need to apply Pythagoras. So 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 9 plus 16 25, and then square root of 25 will be 5. So this is going to come 5 meter. Now in this displacement will also be 3 plus 4. Why? Because it is moving in a straight line and initial and final path के बीच का shortest path is again 7 meter. So this also you have done that when any object moves in a straight line, its distance and displacement would be equal. Now let's find in this case. So displacement would be between A and C. Okay. So it would be 4 minus 3, that can be 1 meter. Okay. Now tell me, in all these situations, what is coming same? It means ये जो डिस्टेंस है इट डू नॉट डिपेंड अपॉन द डायरेक्शन. आप कैसे भी चलो आपका ओडोमीटर है जो व्हीकल का वो 7 मीटर ही मेजर करे. दिस इज अ क्वांटिटी विच डू नॉट डिपेंड अपॉन द डायरेक्शन. इट्स मैग्नीट्यूड विल चेंज इन एवरी केस डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द डायरेक्शन. एक बॉडी है मेरे पास जिसका मास 10 kg है. सपोज इस पे दो फोर्सेस एक्ट कर रही हैं, F1 एंड F2. अब इस केस में ऑब्जेक्ट ये जो मास है वो किस डायरेक्शन में मूव करेगा? तो ये राइट साइड मूव करेगा. कितनी फोर्स के इफेक्ट से इट विल मूव? सो दैट विल बी ऑब्वियसली 8. इसे प्रैक्टिकली फील करके देखो. एक पर्सन 8 न्यूटन से खींच रहा है, दूसरा पर्सन उसे ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन 6 न्यूटन से खींच रहा है. तो ये बॉडी कितनी फोर्स से मूव करेगी टुवर्ड द राइट? ऑब्वियसली 8 माइनस 6, 2 न्यूटन. सो मोशन इज इन दिस डायरेक्शन एंड F net is 8 minus 6, 2 न्यूटन टुवर्ड द राइट साइड. इसमें जो ऑब्जेक्ट है इट विल स्टिल मूव इन दिस डायरेक्शन, बट कितनी फोर्स से? विल ऐड इन दिस केस 14 न्यूटन से. अब इसकी एग्जांपल लेते हैं. 10 kg मास. अब प्रैक्टिकली फील करो, इस ऑब्जेक्ट को मैं 6 न्यूटन से इस डायरेक्शन में खींच रहा हूं और 8 न्यूटन से मैं अपवर्ड खींच रहा हूं. तो ये ऑब्जेक्ट किस डायरेक्शन में मूव करेगा? जस्ट फील इट. Will it move in this direction? क्या इसका मोशन इस डायरेक्शन में होगा? क्योंकि ये भी तो फोर्स ला रहा है, F2 लगा रहा है, F1 भी लगा रहा है. सो रिजल्टेंट इस ऑब्जेक्ट को समवट इस डायरेक्शन में मूव करना पड़ेगा. ओके. जिसकी फोर्स ज्यादा होगी उस डायरेक्शन में ज्यादा मूव होगा. ओके, क्लियर? सो अगेन दिस इज अ वेक्टर एडिशन. विल Now this will not be 8 plus 6, this will not be 8 minus 6. So how to find this F net in this case? That we are going to see in this chapter, vectors. Okay, means how two vector quantities would be added with each other. ये सब इस चैप्टर में हम सीखने वाले हैं. तो काफी होगी एग्जांपल जिससे आपको ये पता चलेगा कि वेक्टर क्वांटिटीज क्या होती है जो डायरेक्शन पे डिपेंड करती है. तो फोर्सेस मेरे पास सेम थी बट उनका इफेक्ट डिफरेंट था. इफेक्ट क्यों डिफरेंट था? क्योंकि उनकी डायरेक्शन डिफरेंट थी. तो डायरेक्शन चेंज करने से जो फिजिकल क्वांटिटी चेंज हो जाती है उसे हम वेक्टर क्वांटिटी कहते हैं. ओके. अब मास की एग्जांपल ले लो. मास, व्हाई मास इज नॉट वेक्टर? क्योंकि वो डायरेक्शन पे नहीं डिपेंड करता. ओके, मास इज ऑलवेज स्केलर. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद वेरी बेसिक थिंग्स. तो ग्राफिकली हम वेक्टर को कैसे लिखते हैं? तो ग्राफिकली वेक्टर को हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं एक स्ट्रेट लाइन से विद वन एरो एट द टिप. This is a way to represent the vector with the arrow line. Okay, तो इसकी प्रॉपर्टीज क्या है एरो लाइन की? तो जो ये एरो है दिस इज नोन एज एरो हेड, और यू कैन से टिप ऑफ द वेक्टर. और ये वाली लाइन है ये दिस इज नोन एज ओरिजिन ऑफ द वेक्टर, और यू कैन ऑल्सो से इट एज अ tail. Direction of the vector is represented by the arrow. The direction in which arrow is pointing, that will be the direction of that vector. Or length of this arrow line will tell you the magnitude of the vector. जिसका magnitude ज्यादा होगा that will be longer line, and जिसका magnitude will be less that will be shorter line. So let me explain you these points. All these 4 points will be covered with one example only. Okay. Suppose same way we have a mass of 10 kg. Okay. And two forces are acting on this. One is 6 Newton and another is 8 Newton. Now listen. So it means this is what? तो ये force है, and force क्या होता है? फोर्स इज अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. तो वेक्टर क्वांटिटी है तो ग्राफिकली हमें इसे लाइन के साथ रिप्रेजेंट करना पड़ेगा. किसके साथ? लाइन के साथ. F1 को मुझे लाइन के साथ में रिप्रेजेंट कर पाऊंगा ग्राफिकली. और इसकी डायरेक्शन फोर्स किस डायरेक्शन में लग रही है? टुवर्ड द राइट साइड. तो इसका एरो किस साइड है? टू द सेम साइड इन विच द फोर्स इज अप्लाइड. एंड F2 फोर्स एरो it is applied in which direction? Toward the left. So arrow is toward the left. तो arrow की direction क्या बताती है? जिस direction में that vector is applied. Okay. Now second point, length of the arrow line. Now you can say its magnitude is 6. 6 is the value. Magnitude is what? It is a value. Okay. Newton is its SI unit. So every physical quantity is made up of its magnitude as well as multiply with its unit. That we have seen in previous chapters that any quantities is represented with n u. N is its numerical value and u is its unit. Combinedly that quantity is represented. Like this force is represented by 6n. 6 is its numerical value. You can also say it as a magnitude. तो जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड ज्यादा होगा दैट विल बी लॉन्गर लाइन रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय द लॉन्गर लाइन. तो 6 न्यूटन यू कैन चेक दैट आई हैव शोन दिस विद दिस मच लेंथ, whereas 8 न्यूटन विल बी लॉन्गर लाइन. So length of the arrow line will tell the magnitude of the vector. So this is how you will represent any vector graphically. अब जब वेक्टर्स को हमें लिखना होता है इन राइटिंग फॉर्म, how we will represent this vector in the writing form? So that is represented with the a letter and arrow on its top. Is F and arrow at the top. It means this is a vector. Okay. So जो भी वेक्टर क्वांटिटीज होंगी उसके ऊपर एरो हेड होगा. So okay, same way. और स्केलर क्वांटिटी के ऊपर एरो नहीं होगा. So two way to represent the vector is, one is when its magnitude is given and direction is marked, and another is it's in the form of coordinate system. So let me explain you what is coordinate system or two ways to represent the vector. So force is equal to 5 Newton. So what is the meaning of this? इसका meaning है its magnitude is 5 Newton, but direction is not given. So direction specially I have to tell the direction. We can tell its angle with the horizontal or toward the east direction. Likewise we have to tell its direction. So now you can say that it is a complete vector. Means magnitude also it should contain and direction also. We should specify its direction. So it's this much force, 5 Newton force is acting on this body at an angle of 30 degree with the horizontal. So it is telling you about the direction as well. Second way is, which is again important in coordinate system. So force can be written in the form of 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 0 k cap. And I'll tell you what is I cap, j cap, k cap. Still for the time you can hold it. Let me make you the clear what is this 3, 4 and 0. So this is a vector, representation of vector. Here we are doing in the physics. So this you can compare it with the mass. Comparison with the mass. It will help you to understand what it is written. Okay, so in 10th standard mass, if I tell you 3 coordinates, 3, 4, 0, what is the meaning of this? So its meaning is that x coordinate is 3, y coordinate is 4 and z coordinate is 0. It means this point is lying in the xy plane because its z coordinate is 0. What is z coordinate? It is three-dimensional way of representation of any point in three-dimensional. So basically what we have x-axis, we have a y-axis, and then third axis would be z-axis, which will be perpendicular to the plane of the board. So all three axes are perpendicular. Now what is the meaning of 3, 4, 0? It means on x-axis it is 3 and on y-axis it is 4. So this is the location of this point P. This point is P, whose coordinates are 3, 4, 0. In z-axis it is 0. Now if I suppose this is origin, suppose I ask you to find the distance of OP. What will be the OP? This distance OP. So you will apply Pythagoras or distance formula you can apply. Distance formula is root x2 minus x1. This is 0, 0 and this is what 3, 4. So distance formula you have done in 10th standard. x2 minus x1, 3 minus 0, 3 square, plus 4 minus 0 whole square, 4 square. So it will come 5. 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 9 plus 16 again 25, under root 25 is 5. So this OP is distance. Okay, now let's compare this everything with the vector. Now what is the what is this form it represent? It represent that again we have axis. One is x-axis, another is y-axis, and third one is, you can say it is a z-axis. Okay, and this is origin. Now this force, what is the meaning of this representation? This force is applied at toward the direction of 3 along x-axis. This I cap is direction along x-axis. Okay, so what is I cap? This is direction of vector along x-axis. And what is j cap? It is direction of vector along y-axis. And what is k cap? It is a direction of vector along z-axis. So again, what is direction along x-axis? It is 3. And what is direction along y-axis? It is 4. And what is direction along z axis? It is 0. So again in the same way, so this vector, force vector, is acting at this direction. Okay, so this is a O. If I mark this point OP, same way OP, so OP represents right over here, OP vector represents force. Now force, this is the way. Now again, as this is a vector, so it will have a magnitude as well as direction. Now how you will find the magnitude of this force? So what is magnitude? I told you in the definition, like magnitude is represented by the length of the arrow. Now this OP is a force vector. This OP is a force vector which is represented in the form of their coordinate. So coordinate will tell you the direction. This will tell you the direction as well as magnitude. So how you will find the magnitude? So its formula will be, magnitude of the force will be under root a square plus b square plus c square. What is a, b, c? A is this coordinate along the x axis, then b is this y along y axis, and c is along k axis. So is this both coming same? So I want to relate this thing with the mass. Why? Because to make the concepts. What does this indicate? Okay, so this is nothing but it is a way of representation. Now tell me, out of these both, one way is this, another way is this, which is more useful? So this is more useful. Why? Because it contains magnitude as well as direction. Now second is how you will find its direction. Okay, so how you will find its direction? So direction will be this OP vector. It will make an angle, this, you can say this theta with the horizontal. So you can apply tan theta will be equal to, this much is 4 and this is 3. So 4 over 3. So theta will be tan inverse 4 by 3. This we will do later also. Don't take attention. I just wanted to make you clear about the way of representation of vector. This thing and this thing both will do later on also in the chapter. Okay, this is just an introduction I was saying. Now after this, few definitions you should know about the vector, so that we can use those definitions, use those terms, technical terms in the vector. Now what is modulus of vector? So modulus of any vector is its magnitude. Same example I am taking, suppose force is 5 Newton, so this 5 is magnitude, it is known as modulus of the vector. So way of representation of modulus of vector will enclose this in the straight brackets. Okay, now what is the difference? If A is a vector, this is a way of representation of vector, then enclosing in the brackets or just writing a letter without arrow is modulus of vector. So what is the formula? Again, if A vector is AI cap plus BJ cap plus CK cap, then modulus of A vector is so if A vector we have in the coordinate system this, then we'll find its magnitude like this. Now you cannot ask me what is this formula and how it will give you the magnitude. I have explained you. So it is what? it is that length of that arrow which will represent this A vector. Okay. Now what is a unit vector? Unit vector means any vector whose magnitude is 1. Unit means 1 and it will have a direction. Okay. So we can also say this unit vector as only direction. So way of representation of unit vector is by putting a cap on that letter. Instead of arrow, we are putting cap. So cap means it is just a direction, its magnitude is 1. Okay. So unit vector of A vector is a cap. Now how you will find its unit vector of any vector? So let's take any vector A. So any vector have magnitude as well as direction. This was the definition of a vector. So vector always have a magnitude and direction. So vector A can be written as magnitude into direction. So any vector can be represented. We can write over here vector. So any vector can be written in the form of its magnitude into multiplied with its direction. Okay. So if we have a vector A, then it can be written as its magnitude. This is the way I told you to represent the modulus of a vector multiplied its direction. And how, what is the way of representation of the direction of the vector? It is A cap. Okay. So from here A cap you can calculate like vector over modulus. So this is very important formula used to find unit vector of any vector. Let's do one example. Suppose same way you have a force 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 0 k cap. Now find its unit vector. Now how you will find? So f cap is what? Vector divided by its magnitude. If any vector is divided by its magnitude, obviously that vector have a direction as well as magnitude, and magnitude will be divided by the magnitude, so magnitude will become a 1, so it will left only direction of the force. So what is a f vector? 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 0 k cap, and what will be its magnitude? I told you formula to find the magnitude, under root a square plus b square plus c square. So it will be 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 0 k cap upon, and this is going to come 5. Okay, so this is a unit vector of force. Now what it will represent? Its magnitude is, can you tell its magnitude is 1 and its direction is same of force vector. So its direction will be same as this. Now you can calculate its magnitude. This is again a vector. This is but what is the difference between this f cap and f force vector? Its magnitude is 1. Only this is the difference. Magnitude is 1 and its direction is, f cap's direction will be direction of the force. So direction of force vector, unit vector of force is equal to the direction of force vector. So what I mean to say that whenever you find a unit vector of any given vector, its only magnitude becomes 1. This question we have done in the form of coordinate system. Now if I have to solve the same question in another form, example, suppose force is given as 5 Newton at 30 degree with the horizontal. And what is the meaning of F cap then? F cap is 1 Newton at 30 degree with horizontal. With the horizontal. It means to say that this is the difference between force vector and unit vector of the same force vector. Force vector can have any magnitude and it can have any direction, whereas unit vector have a magnitude 1 but it will have a same direction will not change. So understood, this is unit vector. If any A vector is A I cap plus B j cap plus C k cap. Now let me explore this in detail. I am going to tell you this. So what this represent? A vector is what? It is a vector having direction as well as magnitude. Okay, and what is this I cap indicates? I cap. Now cap, you clear? So cap means it is a unit vector and I means it is understood that it is along x axis. This is a convention we are using. So what is I cap? It is a unit vector along x axis. What is the meaning of this unit vector along x axis? I have explained. Its direction is along x axis and its magnitude is 1 because it is unit vector. Magnitude is 1. Okay, so what is the meaning of now j cap? Again, it is a unit vector along y-axis. Mean to say its direction is along y-axis, and magnitude is again 1. I can say this is I cap. Magnitude is 1 and direction is along x-axis. And what is this? This is again magnitude is 1 and direction is along y-axis, you can see. So what is k cap? Similarly, it is a unit vector along z-axis. Again, it will have a direction along z-axis and magnitude is again 1. Okay. Now each and everything I am going to explain. So I have told you what is I cap and j cap and k cap. Now what is A? A is what? A is magnitude of this vector A along x-axis. This combined is a vector A. So it means this whole is a vector A. Its A is a magnitude along x-axis. B is its magnitude along y-axis. And what is C? It is a magnitude along z-axis. So we have divided this A vector in 3 directions. Like same way in the math, like if I am representing point in 2, 3, 5, what is the meaning of this? This means that this point is having 2 coordinates in the x-axis direction, 3 coordinates in the y-axis and 5 coordinates along the z-axis. If we meet all these 2, 3, 5, there you will find one point in the space. Okay. So same way we represent this. So A is a magnitude of vector A, इस vector का along x-axis, B vector is magnitude of A vector along y-axis. C is what? Magnitude of A vector along z-axis. तो यहां तक की क्या कहानी आई? यहां तक की कहानी आ गई। अब हमने ये तीनों कंप्लीट A वेक्टर को रिप्रेजेंट कर दिया। दिस इज व्हाट, सपोज 1 2 एंड सेम वे समवेयर पॉइंट A would be there, okay, and same way there would be a point B on y axis and C on z axis. Okay, clear? So this whole is this complete vector I am going to represent in the coordinate axis x, y and z. These are the magnitude. Now what is AI cap represent? I have told you individually about I cap. I have individually told you about A. Now what is the meaning of this AI cap? AI cap, it is again a vector. Why it is a vector? Because it have a magnitude as well as direction. So that's why I cap is a unit vector. So whenever any unit vector means it is having only direction and its magnitude is A. So combine, if we multiply A with I cap, this is a one vector, complete vector, because it have a magnitude as well as direction. So it is a vector having magnitude A and direction along x-axis. Mean to say, now this is this thing. Direction is along x-axis and magnitude is A. This is one complete vector. This is not a vector. These are just a magnitude. This is just a direction having a magnitude 1. So I am multiplying magnitude with the direction, then completely it will form a vector. Then again this is a vector of magnitude B and direction along y-axis. Then again it is a magnitude C and multiply with unit vector means only direction. So direction into magnitude, it will become a complete vector along z-axis. Now if I combine these all, so you will represent a complete vector A. तो किसी भी वेक्टर के तीन कंपोनेंट होंगे, one is along x-axis, another is along y-axis and third is along z-axis. Now students, we have done the PhD on this. How to find direction, what is the individual meaning of each and every part. Now these are the few more definitions after completing 2, 1 modulus, second unit vector. Now third is equal vectors. Now what are the two vectors equals? So two vectors will be only equal if their direction is all same as well as their magnitude is same. So both should be same. If they differ by direction also, then also you will not say that these are the equal vectors. So I have represented two vector. Vector 1 is 5 Newton and along this direction. F2 is also having same magnitude and direction is also same. Then I can say this force vector 1 is equal to force vector 2. Okay. Second negative vector. So negative vector means their magnitude will be same but their direction will be opposite. Now F1 force 5 Newton is acting on right hand side and F2 5 Newton is acting in left side. So these are negative vectors. So what are collinear vectors? Collinear vectors are those vectors acting along a parallel lines. They can be in same direction, they can be in opposite direction and their magnitude can also be different. Okay. Then coplanar vectors. those vectors which lie in same plane. Same plane. Means all these forces are acting in the same plane of the board. So these are known as coplanar. Same plane. Now what are co-initial vectors? Co-initial vectors are those vectors whose starting point is same. Like same example also you can count. So as their starting point is same, so these are known as co-initial. Now orthogonal vectors are those vectors which are perpendicular to each other. Angle between them is 90 degrees. Okay, so that's all for today's lecture. Today we have covered the introduction and few definition of the vectors. Okay, so let's wait for the next video.